What's going on YouTube? Robbie again, and today we're going to be taking a look at Mastermind Creations' reformatted Terminus Hexatron. I am super excited about this guy. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's been a lot of delays with the release of this figure. Mostly due to, I guess, Mastermind originally had a certain factory that they had all the designs for this guy ready to go. They sent all the designs to the factory, and then the factory totally screwed it all up. So unfortunately, that caused them to have to go out, find an entirely new factory to do this stuff for them, and it caused a huge delay in the release of this figure. So I'm super excited that I finally have him in hand. I have not been able to mess with him before I started this review. I got him late last night. He came in the mail, but I work really early, so I had to go to bed. So, bottom line is, I'm going to open this guy up and really experience him, and it's going to be awesome. So, taking a look at the package here, you can see it's a very nice image on the package. Super glossy. The character itself, Hexatron here, is embossed on the cardboard. On the side you can see Terminus Hexatron. It's got a little image down here. On the back it shows an image of the figure and all of his official transformations. You got the robot, you've got the wolf, you got the APC, the starship, the gun, and the tank. But there's you can do whatever modes you want with it, really. I mean, it's just crazy awesome. And on the side here, it's got Terminus Hexatron again, and this time it's in silver foil. It's very nicely done. Very cool. I am super excited to get this guy open. So we're gonna open this up really quickly here. There's a little magnetic window right here, and you can see this awesome artwork right here with all the swords flying around. And here he is, Terminus Hexatron himself. Yeah, very cool. I'm super excited to have this guy in hand, so we're just gonna open this dude up and check him out, and I'll be back to you in one moment. Whew, alright guys, Terminus Hexatron out of the package. This dude is crazy. Not only crazy, but he's huge. Alright? Huge. Seriously. So to give you... I'm gonna go through a couple other things first. We're just gonna have him hang out right back here for a minute, and we're gonna go over two things. The first of which, in the package, you also get this sweet collector card, which is very nice. It's got all of his stats on the thing, and they're in English, so I can actually read them. Strength is 10. Wow. Intelligence 7. Speed is 4. I don't know what cast. Oh, that's his rank cast. So 2. Courage is 9. Firepower. So this dude's pretty up there. His biggest hit is his speed, so he's not terribly fast, although I imagine once he's in spaceship mode that would probably be a different story. But you can see the very nice artwork, and yeah, super cool. Excellent. You also get this handy dandy instruction booklet with all of his different stuff, all the transformations. Very cool. And it's also got a sweet comic on the other side with some excellent artwork. Very nice looking. I'm not going to give anything from the comic away. Sorry guys, you'll just have to buy yourselves a Hexatron. So awesome stuff. Now on to the figure. I did get a request to do some size comparisons, so I'm going to do those. I'm going to get the requests, and then I'll show off some other size comparisons just to kind of give you guys an idea all around. So first off, I had a request for Prime Megatron, and I don't know how well Hex will do with the Prime toy line. I don't think he really fits into that aesthetic. But here we go. Here is Voyager Megatron with Hexatron. So anybody that knows or owns Megatron here will kind of get an understanding of how massive this figure is. So there is Megatron from the Prime line. We've also got a couple of Generations figures. Specifically, here we have Fall of Cybertron Starscream. There we go. Starscream and Soundwave. Voyager Soundwave. So there you go. And the aesthetic, I think, works pretty well for these guys. I think he fits right in quite nicely. So very, very, very nice. And very importantly, I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to this one. Here he is with Generations Springer. And I think this is a very nice comparison here. He fits very well. Size-wise with the Generations line, he can totally be a super bad guy. So I think that definitely works. There's Springer. Of course, here he is with MP10 Prime. Masterpiece Prime. So you can see Masterpiece Prime is about... He looks a lot taller here, but it's really just the position. He's actually maybe a half-inch taller, but of course this guy is a lot bulkier. You can see he's just so big. So knowing how big he is just it blows me away to know how big the other Mastermind figures, the Feral Rex members, are going to be. Super crazy. And of course, our friend that's going to join us for the rest of the review here, we have our friend Six Shot from Generation 1, and he's going to hang out and kind of just follow us along and see how everything goes. And I do apologize in advance, guys. This may be a little bit longer of a review than normal. I try and keep it around 15 minutes or so, but this one may stretch a bit. There's just a lot to talk about here, so bear with me. One thing I do want to point out very quickly before I get too much into this is that a lot of people had a problem with how many ridges and like lines there are on this guy, and I just want to say, in person, you don't notice it. It really is not overwhelming. And in pictures, yeah, I can totally see, in pictures it looks very busy, but in person you don't see that. Your eyes go directly to his chest and his face, and as simple as his head sculpt is, you just go directly to it. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with his eyes. And I'll try and get this guy in a sitting position so you can see a close-up of his face here. His eyes are painted this very nice metallic red that catch the light really nicely. And they just kind of pop out from the rest of the figure and just really, really catch your eye. And also, the lines on him really are not distracting. They're mostly on his legs. But the way that he stands, he's got solid blocks like in front, so the lines are just going down the sides here, and you really don't notice it. So it's really not nearly as bad as people have been making it out and complaining that it is. So just saying. So before I try any transformations, I just want to show off this guy's Poseability here. And it's very nice. So he's got a ball jointed head, which has a very nice range of motion. You can go pretty far back, turn it around, pretty much wherever you like. It's getting caught up here, but I can see underneath that there's a little bit of flash that I just have to maybe shave off. It's just, a little bit of flash left from the factory. He does have full arm rotation up, and you can also very nice ratchets going out, and he's even got some really cool details under his arms. He's got some nice armpits. He has a bicep swivel and a forearm swivel, and he's got some soft ratchets on his elbows. He's got ball-jointed wrists and go around, and he's got articulated fingers. And the cool thing about this is that his fingers are all articulated. However, his fist has a little outline in it for his weapons. So if you take, say, his gun, instead of having to wrap the fingers around it, you can just stick it right down in the groove like you normally would on any other figure, just like so, and then just kind of, you can close the fingers around it for effect rather than to actually hold it in place. So it's very, very nice like that. I think that's awesome. Get his arm out of the way here so I can show you his wrist swivel. And he does have this little piece that's kind of blocking it, but you can move that down just a little bit and get full waist swivel motion. He's got nice universal hips, upper thigh swivel rather, and some nice ratcheting knees. And his feet are on a rocking tilt back and forth, and then they also rock side to side. So he can get those nice wide A stances out of them. So that is very, very, very nicely done, especially on a figure that does so much. It's really nice to get that kind of articulation. He also has these the sheaths here are on these little belts that go around his waist, and each of them are separately articulated. So if you want to get his swords out of the way, you can push one back that way and one back that way, and they get out of the way very nicely. Or you can have them come around to the front and have, you know, kind of whatever you like to see going on, you can have it done. And the sheaths also, they do come off the belt. The sheaths come off. They can be moved around. You may be able to stick them somewhere else. I haven't really looked yet. Maybe not. Maybe that's the only place they go. I don't know. But they're very cool. You get the sheaths. You get these swords. Very nice looking, like this dark metallic gunmetal. With these symbols etched into the blades, so very, very cool. And again, just like with the guns, you just stick those down in his hands, and he's got the blades going on here. So very, very nicely done. So yeah, awesome. Alright, so, transforming this guy, and I'm not going to transform all of his different modes. I mean, I am, just not going to do it on camera. What I'm going to do is, there is a basic, like a starter position that they have for all of his different modes. Just, you know, kind of like, yeah, basically just a starting point that all of his different modes can come from. And, so what I'm going to do is show you kind of that prep work, and then I'll just go into the other different modes of his and just show you each mode individually without getting crazy with all this transformation, because it'll just take forever. So basically, to get him into his prepped to transform mode, you want to open this up. Oh, and one other thing. He actually does have a face under his helmet. Now, there you go. And I'll show this off again. The reason for this is that Mastermind Creations plans on doing different characters out of this mold. So they figured the easiest way to do that is have a base head underneath and just replace the helmet. So they can just, you know, kind of work around that, and maybe they'll even keep the back half of the helmet the same and just change the front. I don't know, but he does have that under there. He's got a bright pink brain underneath there. And you know what, guys? If you don't like this head, pretend I never showed you. So yeah, alright. Getting this guy into prepped to transform mode. What you want to do is you open up his chest. You put his head down in there. Close that back up. Alright? You come around and you lock his elbows into position here. I think. Nope. No, maybe I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Alright. You're going to open up the bottom of his hands. This does open, right? I'm not going crazy. There we go. So you just swivel his fists inside here. Close this back up. And then turn this around, I believe, is the official thing you're supposed to do. So open this up and turn it right around, and then close this back up. And that is pretty much, as far as I know, it. There's a double checkify here. And it shows you right here, fold head into chest housing, fold hands into forearm housing, and then spin it around, completion. There we go. Yeah, so we got this. We got this going on. Yeah, so basically this is how you want to have them to, let's spin that right around, to get him ready to transform into all of his other modes. Very simple, right? So I'm going to go ahead and transform him into his first mode, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, guys, here is Hexatron's Winged Wolf mode. And as you can see, it's almost the same size as the original 6-shot, but definitely a lot more going on here. We're going to move him back here for the time being. And very, very nice all around. Let's just move this around so we can actually get some articulation going on here. So, as you can see, he's got a new wolf head going on here, and beautifully done on the eyes. It's the same kind of metallic paint as on the robot head, but the way it catches the light, it almost looks as though it's a clear red piece, just keeping light and, refracting light from inside. So it's beautifully done. He's got an opening chomp jaw going on there. He's got a ball jointed neck that can move all sorts of all the way around, and very nicely posable. It's very Zoids kind of head. Reminds me a lot of like Shadow Fox or something like that. Very cool. He's got the claws, of course. He's a little bit on the posable side here as well, which is very nice. The back legs are these are easily the weakest part back here, but you've got pretty much the same thing going on with the original, so it's like, meh, you let it go. It's so nicely done overall. I just think it's pretty fantastic. I mean, it's not the best mode, but for what it is, I mean, you get so much going on with this guy. So that's pretty cool. Winged Wolf mode. You can, of course, attach these to the Winged Wolf if you so desire. I'm going to leave these off for the duration until they become necessary for the mode itself, just because it's easier just to deal with it as it is. So I'm going to go to the next mode, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, here we have the APC, or Armored Personnel Carrier, and yeah, this thing looks like I would certainly not want to mess with it. It rolls along very nicely. I'm kind of surprised at how well it rolls. It's decked out with weapons, guns all over the place. Yeah, very cool. And so far, none of these modes have been difficult or are really trying to get into back and forth, So I'm very pleased about that, very happy about it. Everything everything locks into place solidly. Like there is nothing that is not locked down here. And that is just impressive. I have to say, it really looks like they went into they thought about every detail, and it really shows. I'm very, very pleased with it, with this so far. So yeah, there's not a whole heck of a lot to this mode other than it rolls along, and it's got the cannons here that can fire. You can move the cannons around if you want. You can stick them up here on the wings, or you know, whatever makes you happy. You could even move these forward and you know, stick the cannons up. Well, you know, whatever. It's your figure. You do what you want with it, you know. Well, I mean, this is my figure, so I'm gonna do what I want. But yeah, so very, very cool. And we're just gonna move right on to the next mode. So yeah, very, very nice. Let's see, very, very cool. Okay, so here is the official gun mode for Hexatron. It's very cool, very nice. Feels very good to hold in your hand, despite I mean, the size is just perfect for this. There is no trigger. You know, the original has a trigger over here. I do apologize, I don't have the guns available for my original 6-shot, so you just have to kind of bear with me on that. But I can say this is pretty darn spiffy. You can even see there's a little pink energy blast getting ready in there. I have seen other fan modes for the gun mode that actually look closer to this version and actually look better, but I don't have any reference material on hand for that right now. So if you guys get a Hexatron, just do some searching. You'll find a ton of cool modes and just mess around with it, man. I mean, that's really the most fun about this guy, is that you can just mess around with it and find all kinds of cool stuff going on. But I really do like the gun mode. It's very nice. It's very similar to the spaceship mode, I believe. So yeah, very, very cool. I do like it a lot. And the sheaths are right here. Yeah, acting, you know, the sheaths act as other barrels. I'm sure you've noticed by now in the review, but you do have those, and these actually can be, you know, kind of moved around and rotated and all kinds of cool stuff. You can flip up the fins if you so desire on the gun mode here. Just very nicely done. And again, just like the other modes, everything is absolutely dead solid locked into place on this thing. I'm very impressed with all that. So beautiful. I'm gonna move on to the next mode and see what that's all about. Whew. Okay, guys, here we have the tank mode, and yeah, pretty cool. Here's the original tank mode. Again, I don't have the guns that originally go in here to stick out. I don't have those on hand, so please forgive me. But you can see there's definitely similarities here. However, this thing is just crazy. It's got guns all over the place. And yes, did I mention the wings can also store the swords? Yeah, they totally can. How awesome is that? So you can even use the sword handles as extra guns as well. So this thing is crazy, packing some serious firepower. You've got the little area up front here for a driver, I guess. Just very, very nice. You can position the cannons if you so desire, and you can plug them into the outside if you'd prefer to have them out there as well. You can also plug them into the wings, or even right here to have it kind of all centralized. But you know, they have the turret up here for that reason. Just very, very cool. I'm very impressed. And yeah, so the only kind of downside to this mode is there are no wheels. There's just the molded treads. So there aren't any wheels, so you are just sliding this right along whatever surface. So just be mindful of that. You could potentially scratch paint or whatever. So just keep that in mind. But very nice. Definitely a nice update to the original here, and yeah, super cool. So on to the final official mode. Alright guys, the final official form of Terminus Hexatron, his Starfighter Mode, and it is pretty cool. You can see it's very sleek. It's very similar in design to the gun. However, there are some differences, like, you get the fins and the wings and stuff now, but it's very nice overall. You get this little retractable landing gear on the wings and underneath. In the back, you do get this little option. You see these all line up now, as well as you can see the claws for the wolf mode here, and you can actually open these guys up just like so. And you get more thrusters back there, so you can actually, have this supercharged propulsion system. Really nicely done. You get the little cockpit here. Just fantastic. And again, it did not take me long to get these into their respective modes. I probably could have recorded it, but I want to keep this, as reasonable length as possible. So I decided just to skip it. But you can kind of see there's not any crazy transformation going on here, and I think that's part of the beauty of it, is the simplicity. It's very similar to the original. Here it is with the Starfighter mode here. Man, they really nailed the green is a little bit. This green is a little bit more turquoise, while this green has a little bit more green in it. But the purple is nearly identical. This one's maybe a little bit lighter, but they really nailed the colors on this guy. It is quite fantastic. So let me just get this guy into his robot mode real quick here, and we're just gonna now they say you can transform this guy with these attached, and I'm sure it's possible. They also warn that newbies shouldn't attempt it, because you can mess stuff up if you try that, because they do get in the way, that is for sure. And I think I'd rather just take them off. They're super solid. They don't feel like they're loosening or anything like that, so I don't fear messing them up by taking them out and putting them back in. They're super solid, which is very nice. I'm just gonna get these guys all out of the way. Yeah, again, everything's just locked in, super solid. There we go. This is locked in here. Locked in up here. There we are. Back. This comes out, goes down like that. Nice. There we go. Move these around to the sides. These down, round, down and around. Oops. Flip these out. These little claws. Now, as you mess with this guy, you find different little things and secrets and stuff like that you find will be easier to make fan modes and all kinds of cool stuff. So really, if you guys get one of these, you should really experiment. Like you can see the wheels here, they actually go in, which isn't used for any of the modes of this guy. But yet they do go inside just to get out of the way for anything that you might want to do yourself. So that's a really cool extra. Just about got this guy back in robot mode here. Pop the head up. Oop, there we go. Lock that in. And just stand him up. Let's give him his sheath here. There's one. There's the other. And then the swords. Let's just put the swords in his hands for now, because I think that's where they look best. Very nice, holds things very solidly. And then his guns, we can store pretty much anywhere you want. I might even just stick them on his legs for right now, just to kind of get him out of the way. Maybe not. Maybe I'll stick him on his back here. There we go. Just like that. All right. Terminus Hexatron. Oh, one other thing I totally forgot to mention. My goodness, what's wrong with me? His wheels, the hubcaps on his wheels can all be popped off, like so. And when you do that, you can turn them to make shurikens. How awesome is that? All 6 of his hubcaps turn into these shurikens, and that is really, really awesome. And then you can see it's just keyed. You just plug it right back in, and there you go. Nobody is the wiser. So yeah, Terminus Hexatron, guys. My final thoughts on this figure are, if you are on the fence about getting this figure, stop being on the fence. Go buy this thing. I got mine from Captured Prey. I totally suggest you guys do the same. They are a fantastic site, run by really, really awesome folks, and super, super nice guys over there. But yeah, I cannot recommend this guy highly enough. This is an amazing third-party figure, and I keep bumping the table, so that's what's knocking him over. But yeah, this guy is awesome, and as you can see, he is huge, just enormous. So again, we'll stick him next to MP10 back here. Fantastic, an absolute. And you know what? The price, he is, I think, around $140. For the price you're paying, you get a masterpiece class figure that, if he were a full masterpiece release, would probably be closer to $200. So fantastic. Mastermind Creations has knocked it out of the park. I am so happy about this guy, and I am super excited for the Feral Rex figures. I cannot wait. So Terminus Hexatron, guys, the reformatted line is looking to be awesome. Can't recommend it highly enough. So that's going to be my review. I want to thank you guys so very much, as always, for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and of course subscribe. Always subscribe. It's very important. But that's going to do it, guys. Thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye for now.